And not all that easy to get the cue ball up into the baulk area. I mean, the yellow, brown and pink are perfectly placed, but he's finished so close to that red that it's difficult to get enough side to get back up the table. If it had been touching, it would have made it a lot easier. Well, even if it had been touching, you still have to find a path all the way around the table. Couldn't have finished out any worse than that. Especially with a 48-point advantage, one good split there, and the frame was his. And this is all he can do here.
Neil Robertson, 36.
Even then, he's left a possible pot to the left middle pocket. And I think the natural angle will take the white past the blue. And I think it also might miss the green. So if he does pot this and can avoid the blue and the green, he could finish on the green for the corner pocket. Well, he couldn't avoid the green. And the brown, well, it's not a lot of use because it's the wrong angle to get to the reds. So a good snooker here could be the order of the day, with the reds situated as they are, even though he's 47 behind. If he can get a good snooker here, he can get a chance in this frame.
Sean Murphy, 1.
Yeah, quite a clever little shot, because Sean knows full well 47 points behind. He wants that green away from that cushion. Should he get another opportunity here?
Well, just looking at it, Ken, with the reds all spread like that, there's no shot to lay on one. Sometimes you're better off just hitting it off the side cushion as hard as you can and hoping that you can knock something onto a cushion. No problem hitting the reds the way they are, but how does he land on one and leave it safe? There's no shot on to do that.
Yeah, he may just come off this side cushion just inside the green here. Hard as you can. Close your eyes and hope for the best. I think that's his only shot, Dennis. I think he's got to try and hope that he gets a red safe.
Well, here we go. You can always fluke one also. Has he got one safe? Has he got them all safe? If this red doesn't pass the one on the pink spot, he's got it relatively safe. And it doesn't. So he'll take that. There's still a red will go into the right corner, but that's not the easiest shot in the world to be taking on.
I tell you, Dennis, he's had an absolute right result there. Just have a look at this.
Big shot coming up. Beauty. It's a beauty. Well,
just have a look at this. How well he cued that, and so much pressure on that. No, full well he misses that. It's frame over. Now he has the chance to pinch it.
he sent one red near a cushion. It's not tight on the cushion, but that one,
8,
just the right side of the table, is going to be the possible stumbling block.
9. $40. 50. 22.
Yes, and this is the type of position where
20.
professionals at this level will be thinking 2 or 3, possibly even 4 shots ahead. There's no doubt what's in Shaun Murphy's mind is getting a good position on one of these colours. Or red. I'm thinking about that red that you mentioned, Dennis, that's close to the cushion.
30.
It looks like his only problem ball at the moment. Now he could get a nice angle. I know he has the angle on the red to take the red out, but it might be better getting a nice angle on this black.
31.
I'm not quite sure where he tried to move it there, but he's still okay.
Yeah, it's always a bit risky moving a red when potting a red. Much better doing it off a colour. And that's what he tried to do there, believe it or not. So it's all gone slightly wrong for Shaun
36.
Murphy. He can still cut this in, or can he? Maybe it's too thin. He's going around to have a look. He'll go towards the green. He'd have to hit it that thin. If he misses the green, he might come up and move the black or red here. Well, he's hit it too thin.
Shaun Murphy, 36.
So he's let a golden opportunity slip away. He just didn't get himself right when he was trying to negotiate that difficult red.
Yes, now Neil Robertson is in a similar situation. He could pot this red and try and cannon the other red into play, but he'd be taking a chance on where the cue ball is going to finish, but he may well just rely on a little bit of luck here.
Yeah, he might push the black into play if he cannons that red. Well, he's hit the... Oh, dear. He nearly potted the black. Have a look at this. I think he thought he might have been going to flick the red and then the black there, and he just went straight into the black and nearly potted it. But those colours are nicely placed to get a snooker in behind.
Well, if you could see the pink here, it'd be straightforward, but I think the blue is covering the pink. Well, no, I think he... Yeah, well, there you see it. He can play the pink, just half ball, off the side cushion, top cushion. And as you said, Dennis, big target, yellow, green and brown to cover this last red, so... That looks like...
Blue ball.
Well, he's gone for the blue. I'm not quite sure why he's not playing the pink here.
Neil Robertson, 1.
Well, that is a surprise.
The only reason I can think is the fact that he's 12 points in front, and he maybe wants to keep that high valued colour in a safe position. Oh, he hasn't fluked it, has he? No. So Neil Robertson can score enough without needing that awkward pink. Shaun just took the chance to bring the black into play, but didn't anticipate the double kiss like this. I think the green may pot into the right corner in a few shots' time, but this hasn't dropped absolutely perfectly for Neil.
No, if he had been dead straight on the brown, it would have been straightforward, but he hasn't got the perfect angle on this brown. Get on this yellow nice. He's just looking to see if he can drop it in and try and nudge the yellow towards the left-hand corner pocket. Could also possibly play a cannon onto the pink and green and may hold the cue ball, but it is risky. This could go wrong.
Yeah, and if he plays for the gap, he could quite easily snooker himself. If he tries to pot the brown and goes into that gap there. There's a few things that can go wrong here. He's played for the gap. If it pulls up, he's okay. I say he's okay, but can he get to the green? That's the problem.
5.
Well, he may be able to screw back into the green and develop it.
Seven.
Well, he's played to leave it for the middle. Green and brown needed. Beautifully played.
10.
Never easy into the middle pocket from that angle.
14. 19.
Well, we've just had 2 century breaks in the 2 frames before.
25
No breaks in this frame, but I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
Rob.
it was quite an exciting frame. Shaun Murphy did have his chance, but in the end, it's the Australian who gets himself into the lead, 3 frames to 2.
It's the first time he's been in the lead since the opening frame. And Steve, I know you were down in the Q zone, but you've been watching this match avidly. Your impressions of the way it's been going so far?
Well, I think as befits a final, both players are vying for the table time and getting a fair bit each. And we've seen, I think, the semis and some of the other matches were getting off to one player got off to a good start. So, in a way, for the crowd and the fans, it's nice to see this. It makes it more of a sort of game of chess in the mind.
Yes, it is exactly that, isn't it? And there's been a fair bit of toing and froing in that one. Key shots for you in that frame, John?
Yeah, but like we say chess with balls. There's a bit of a mistake here with Shaun Murphy's shot. He's played this red onto the black, and obviously it goes across the first hand. You think it's going to go in, but obviously this is the one that loses him the frame. Basically, he plays the shot across. He's trying to bring the black back into play, and hoping the red's going to go safe, but it jaws and leaves him the shot. Still plenty to do after that, and to Neil Robertson's credit, he made a great clearance there and got enough of the balls anyway to get over the line.
I guess both players realise that they're in the kind of form that is going to be able to pounce on any mistake. How does that dictate your thinking when you're actually making your shots out there in a final, Steve?
Oh, well, I think you just play the table, you play the shot. You're happy that you're in good form. That's obviously, you wouldn't have got there to the final otherwise. You're aware that obviously the other guy's playing pretty decent as well. It depends. If you haven't watched too much of the other half of the draw, sometimes you may consider, I wonder if my side of the draw is playing a better standard than the other. But I think Shaun and Neil both know that